are here at Summit Automotive in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, your new and used Jeep Wrangler headquarters. Today we are excited to announce and show you the brand new 2018 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited JL. This particular one is a sport package. I will be doing a walk around on a Rubicon that we got in as well. But for right now, this is the all-new 2018 Sport Unlimited JL. Granite crystal is the color. Very good-looking Jeep. This vehicle has been completely redesigned. It is 200 pounds lighter than the JK. Also comes with the 8-speed automatic transmission, and by doing that, this baby is a whole lot faster than the JK is, even though it's got the same engine with the same horsepower specs. So kind of just going around this one to show you how it looks on the outside. Don't worry, we will get to the inside in just a little bit. I really like what they did with the fenders on this one. They've not only made them a little bit more rounder, but they've also added the turn signals and the running lights in them. So that's kind of a neat feature. They got these little side vent area right there. Now this one does come with the painted alloy rims. These are 17-inch rims, of course 4-wheel disc brakes, and they come with Bridgestone Dueler A/T tires. These are 245/75 R17s. They've got a pretty nice tread pattern on them. You can see that the front grille has a little bit of a bend back in it. Now they did that for aerodynamics. Also see the front bumper is a really good looking bumper. Has the factory fog lights in it. Now this one does not have the LED lighting group, but they do make an LED lighting group, which is a really good looking group, which we'll check out on the Rubicon in just a little bit. You'll notice that the windshield here is angled back as well. That's also to help the aerodynamics of the vehicle. From what I've heard, it's a 9% increase in or decrease in drag on the vehicle. They also have these little stoppers here for the windshield to sit on. They've made the windshield a lot easier to take down, and they've supplied the tools to do that. One cool thing I saw on these, they now tell you what the Torx bit is for the doors, so you don't have to guess anymore. So T50 indicates you need a Torx 50 to take those off. Granite crystal looks really good on this particular Wrangler. The hard top is still a 3-piece hard top. So those 2 pieces come off, and then the back one comes off as well. They've changed the look of the taillights. From what I can tell, the hardtop still comes off a lot like the old one. We have not officially taken one off yet. We just got these in. One thing they did add for this year is they have the backup camera standard on these Wranglers, which was always kind of the biggest gripe with people is, oh, there's no backup camera on the Wrangler. Well, now they have a backup camera, and I'm telling you, it's one of the best backup cameras I've seen on the market, just for clarity, and you know, it's basically HD. They've also added, or they've placed the Alpine subwoofer in a different spot. If you remember from 2015 in the JKs up to the 2018 JKs, it was in the floor if you got the subwoofer, and prior to that it was over here, so it always kind of messed with your space one way or the other. You know, when they put it in the floor, they thought, okay, well now you're going to get all your space over here, but what they took away was any storage space that you had underneath. So now they got it on the side there, which I don't think it really interferes with the amount of space that you get in the vehicle, because whether that was there or not, you're still going to have this piece here. So pretty cool that they did that. Of course, you have your roof and windshield and door hinge bolts. Also, your jack tools are kind of in the same spot as the old one. One thing they did add is they added this little clip here. What that does, this is for when you take the hard top off, you can plug in your electrical and your windshield washing fluid right into there. So you have a place to store it. So there, whenever you took your hard top off in your old one, you were kind of like, well, where do I put that stuff? And you usually ended up trying to stuff it under the carpeting. Still 3 bolts on this side, still 3 bolts on that side to take that hard top off. And for the most part, like I said, the rear glass still works pretty much the same. One thing they did add this year is that they've got this little stamp on the back of the door here. And it tells you where it was developed, where it was built, and then it also gives you a little bit of specs on it. 30 inches of water fording that you can do at 5 miles per hour. Also gives you the wheelbase and the overall length settings for the 2-door and the 4-door, which I thought was pretty cool. So your wheelbase on the Unlimited JL on this one is 118.4, and your overall length is 188.2 inches. So very cool. And they've made this rear gate a lot lighter as well. It's a magnesium kind of mixed with, I believe it's aluminum, on the rear gate to make that lighter, a lot easier to close, and to make the whole vehicle weigh less. But very good looking down this side. Heated mirrors. The door handles are a little bit different on these now. They got them up here as opposed to, I think the old ones are down here. But or maybe it's just one single lever. But you got the door locks and the mirror lock or mirror power adjusters. You have your auto headlamps here. These are what the all new all-weather floor mats look like. Sorry, it's a little dirty, but we got the topographic mat look right there, and they are secured down with those 2 holders right there. First thing you'll notice as you get into the cockpit here is that the instrument cluster is now an all-digital display, which you never had on any of the JKs. So this is the 7-inch TFT that we're accustomed to on most of our Jeep lineup. So you got your compass on the left, your outside temperature on the right there, and you got your odometer on the bottom. You have your coolant temp and your fuel on the right there. But you can configure this screen. You also have your digital speedometer, and it's a really nice, handy just cluster. You know, you got your, one thing I thought was cool is you got your off-road, you got your drivetrain, what you're in, and then you have your pitch and roll. So it tells you if your vehicle's leaning left or if you're, you know, going up a hill or down a hill, and just about where your degrees are. So really a cool feature that way. They've also redesigned the steering wheel on the Wrangler, and it kind of looks more like the Jeep steering wheels that we're used to on the other lineup. However, they've made this one just a little bit more different than the rest, which they usually do with the Wrangler. And yeah, it's a really nice steering wheel. This one is heated, so they offer a heated steering wheel now, and it's in a sport package, so really a nice feature on this particular Wrangler. You can see that you have a really nice 7-inch TFT or 7-inch radio display right here. This one is Android and Apple CarPlay compatible. Has AM, FM, Sirius XM radio. Also has your heated seat buttons and your heated steering wheel buttons right there. You can do your climate control right here as well, and then all of your apps that you can do. But the biggest thing for me, like I said before, is this backup camera, which Wranglers never had backup cameras. You could get them aftermarket or you can install them by Mopar, but now they come standard. And what they've done is they've made this backup camera one of the best on the market. Super high definition, so you know, no one can ever complain about a Wrangler not having a backup camera or having a bad backup camera, because this was completely yeah, connects to your phone very easy. The instrument cluster down here is all new as well. You have a media plug-in right here. This one has an aux USB and a USB-C adapter right there, so those not only charge but they connect. You can connect to the radio. You have your heated seats and heated steering wheel buttons down here as well if you don't like them on the touchscreen. This one also has the start-stop technology, which all of the 3.6s with the 8-speed automatic transmission are going to have, and that's just to better your fuel economy. When you're at stops, it'll shut off the engine. You let off the brake, it starts right back up. You don't even notice that it happens. You have your 4x4 shifter on the floor. They've changed the shifter as well as the transmission. Instead of a 5-speed automatic, it's now an 8-speed automatic, which makes this thing extremely quick. They've changed the dash. It looks really nice. It's this part is metal. This is like a, I don't know if that's like a rubber or a leather, but it's a really nice material. They've changed the headliner or the roof parts. They've changed the design on them. It's kind of like an eggshell type design on them now. Kind of cool. And the passenger seat is very nice. There's what a clean all-weather floor mat looks like. And they've also changed the key fob. So Wrangler, like I said, always a little bit different. None of the Jeep lineup has a key fob quite like this. It's a big key fob, and it's heavy, and it's kind of built like the Wrangler's built, big and tough. But it also has the flip-out key right there to get into the doors if your key fob's ever dead. And then this one has remote start as well. So I really like the key fobs. I think they're very big and well built. So anyways, we'll check out the back seats. Not too much has changed back here except that you have a little bit more leg room, which is really nice. And I can imagine if you got car seats, they'd be easier to put in here, fit a little bit better, which I know in my Wrangler, they don't fit all the best, but I have a JK and I haven't tried it in these yet. But you do have the latch child safety system for the car seats, and the new all-weather floor mats back